Hello everyone. I thought I would spend goal here 6 minutes at most going through some of these definitions. Um, some of these are not difficult. I've given you examples and some may be more challenging for others. I'm trying to keep in mind that a lot of you maybe haven't taken a course on ethics before, so some of these terms may be a bit foreign to you, and that's okay. That's why we're talking about them. The one I think um, is one that throws people off as ethical relativism. So what is relativism? Relativism is making a situation relative. In other words, that saying, well, I'm going to apply my ethics in a very uneven-handed way because it's all relevant to what I think. In other words, if I have a strong uh, point of view or very strong opinion about something, um, I'm going to go ahead and apply that opinion in the case of those I work with. I'll give you an example. I think the one example I put up here is not bad. For example, if someone has a very, and I know I think actually this is relative and has a lot of value to our current um, um, reality, right? Where in the country there is suspicion or some very strong feelings about individuals who perhaps don't have proper documentation, and as a result of that, those strong opinions, um, sometimes people who belong to a certain ethnic group are judged or prejudged, which is the root of prejudice, and are treated differently than those who belong to different classes or groups of people. For example, uh, if you are at a clinic and there is an individual that belongs to a certain group, and the individual comes up and seeks physical therapy services, and you're managing the front desk, and um, it's a group or a person that belongs to a group that you just have heard a lot of negative things about and have strong opinions yourself about people that belong to that particular ethnic group of or class of people, and you kind of give the body language that they're really not welcome, and you express to them, it's really hard to get into our clinic. We're really busy. It may take some time. Perhaps you may want to explore some other clinics. Okay, 10 minutes later, somebody comes in who you know, and you're still managing the front desk, and there's somebody that you like and someone you're comfortable with, and you say to that person, well, we really are busy, but I think we can get you in sooner. I'm going to put you on a wait list, and we'll contact you as soon as possible. I'll talk to my boss and see if we can get you in, because we really want you to come to our clinic. That's an example of relativism. You treated one group or one person differently than another person. So the situation is relative. It's relative to who the person is as to whether they get preferable service. Utilitarianism is basically it favors producing the most good for most people. You are really going after providing services to as many people as possible. And so that is producing the good for the most people. Okay, that's a good thing. Okay, the 4 criteria of professionals. I think this is very important to always keep in your pocket. Very important criteria, and I think you're all going to belong to this criteria and have all 4 of these criteria. But it'll take some time. especially get that advanced expertise. Non-malfeasance. Mal means bad, non means no bad, so you're going to do no bad things to anybody. That's a good thing. Informed consent. You're familiar with informed consent, but we're going to take it to the next level and talk about costs and what's to be expected, and certainly competence. Professional distance, we're going to talk about that quite a bit this term. Role responsibilities, whistleblowing. This is not comfortable for many people to do, and my goal is not to make you all comfortable at being whistleblowers, but sometimes you just got to do the right thing, even though it is uncomfortable, and you put yourself out there for doing the right thing in order to protect the public. And we'll talk about some examples of that. Veracity is telling the truth and do not lie. That's tough because I think sometimes people will skirt the truth a bit and not always tell the truth because they don't want to hurt other people, which is certainly noble in the sense you don't want to hurt other people, but sometimes, again, you got to do the right thing and be truly honest. And altruism, a good word, doing the most good for the most people. And RIPS is a model that is used to solve ethical problems. We'll talk more about that. Okay, I went over 5 minutes, but I think that time was worthwhile.